Hypnosis is a state of focused attention and heightened awareness of your inner experience that leads to heightened suggestibility. And that's anything that you yourself want to suggest to yourself. Maybe it's more of something, or maybe it's a shift, letting go of limiting beliefs. But so this idea of focused attention and heightened awareness that leads to heightened suggestibility, a really common time is if we're watching a movie. And let's say we've stopped thinking about what the actors are going to say, and we've stopped thinking about the costume design choices, and we're really in the movie, right? We're right there in the action. And maybe something happens and we laugh or we jump. That in itself is a state of self-hypnosis. It's a state of light trance. And so it's a very similar sort of state. Another really common time that we go into hypnosis that you might have had is if you're ever watching something or reading something, or maybe even lost in thought, and somebody's come into the room, you didn't even realize it, and then they say your name and you sort of have that snapping out of it feeling. You're snapping out of a state of light hypnosis. So a lot of people are surprised that it can feel more like this coming home, like this familiar feeling, than this sort of otherworldly feeling. And people could do hypnosis with their eyes open. They can do it with their eyes closed. It's not a state of sleep. And it's something that the way that I work is in a really relaxed fashion. So you could be feeling hypnotized and feeling all sorts of emotions, because just like that movie you're watching, right, what you're paying attention to. But I work in a very relaxed fashion. So oftentimes people feel a sort of warmth and heaviness, if that's a comfortable feeling for them. Other people might feel a sort of feeling of floating or lightness. And other people might feel like they're just really relaxed, listening with their eyes closed, but maybe having some sensations. One thing that's really common is you feel this sort of tingling sensation in your fingertips, which is kind of fun and nice to know about beforehand. But it's this sort of quieting of the conscious mind. That's, I think, the key to it. You have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. And your conscious mind is really good at being judgmental. It does a lot of good for us by being judgmental. And it's also sometimes what gets in the way. So hypnosis quiets the conscious brain enough so that we can get more messages into our subconscious and more understanding out of our subconscious. So when I'm working with somebody, we're in dialogue. We're actually talking. You might be listening at sometimes. You might be answering questions. And your conscious mind is still there. So at any time, if you want to open your eyes and turn off Zoom, you can. You're in full control the entire time. I think that's another myth about hypnosis. You're in full control the entire time. But it quiets the conscious brain enough so we can get more of that connection with our subconscious. And it's there that those suggestions can come in, that we can understand maybe some of those limiting beliefs that are holding us back. And we can access those resources so that we can connect them with where we want to go.